Shalom and welcome back to Challenging Torah, a project of the Malibu Jewish Center and Synagogue. We are in the midst of the stories of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and we begin with the words, Ele Toldot. These are the stories of family. Anytime you have stories of family, we have many things that make us doubt our existence. But Rebecca is the one who asks the question. They've been without child, much as Abraham was without a child. How can the lineage of the Jewish people continue if the mother, Rebecca in this case, cannot conceive? And so she begs her husband to entreat to God, please. And finally, she gets pregnant. Isaac intervenes and she gets pregnant. And it's miserable. She's twins. She didn't ask for twins. Be careful what you ask for. Anyone who has had twins, I know, will tell you, what was I thinking when I tried all these fertility things? And they said you might have twins, but I didn't really understand that. Oh my God, it's twins, right? Twins. And these twins fight in her belly. And she goes directly to God, this time not Isaac, and says, God, if this is what it's about, what's my existence? Im ken. Lama ze anochi. Be careful what you wish for, Rebecca. And so this existential question is very un-Jewish. We don't usually ask those questions. There are great Jewish philosophers, Maimonides, Spinoza, but usually those are philosophers who go against the grain. We don't always ask the hard questions. We're really about actions. Oh, you have twins. Well, learn to love it. I'm sure they'll be fabulous. And as many twins are, these are twins that are very different from one another. Esau, we know, we call him Hairy Harry, is ruddy all over. And Jacob is Ishtam, a simple person dwelling in tents. He's mama's boy. Esau goes out to hunt. The two brothers don't get along. We know that Jacob steals the birthright from his brother just for a bowl of beans, actually, because he doesn't care. He just wants to go hunting. And as in many dysfunctional families, dad loves one, mom loves the other. And so we see the story to Im ken lama ze anochi, if so, why do I exist? In a funny way, Rebecca's question gets answered. She's the prophetess. She sees the line has to go through Jacob. And she comes into her power. Not where she was when she was a 14-year-old girl married to this 40-year-old in the last chapter. She maneuvers the scene. She convinces her son Jacob, who's afraid that they will look at me kemitatea, as a trickster. And she says, don't worry, I'll take this on myself. I know what I'm doing. Put on these gloves. Go, fool your father Isaac, who is blind. This entire Torah portion doesn't see very clearly what's going on around him. Tell him that you are the brother and get his blessing so that the line will go through you. And Jacob obeys, and we know the story. Isaac asks the question. The voice is the voice of Jacob, but the smell is not right. And then finally he says, the voice is the voice of Jacob, but his hands are the hands of Esau. And he did not recognize him. And he asked, are you really my son Esau? And he answers, V'yomer ani. Jacob answers, I am. Why am I? Is really going to be Jacob's question too. Having fooled, he will be fooled again. But he will now grow into the power that perhaps this disguise has given him. He will need to flee his home, start his life from the beginning, really, find his wives and family, and answer the question that we all ask. Im ken, lama ze anochi? If so, why do I exist? And sometimes God just smiles and sends nations that struggle in your womb, or challenges that arise on the way as we make our way through life, guided by our actions and not our fears or our doubts. Shabbat Shalom, to be continued.